And a lot of people was confused, right? Because they was like, is this a Bow Wow record? Is it they record? Nah, nigga, this a Bow Wow record. So check this out. If you have my fifth album, then you know who motherfucking song this belongs to. Just Kills, Bow Weezy, Jackets of Chicks. I'm a flirt. Soon as I see you walk up in the club, I'm a flirt.
As I mentioned before, it's no surprise to always hear R. Kelly's name being thrown around when there's a versus battle. And we all know the obvious reasons, as I hit on before. The same people that will build you up, put you up on this pedestal, have that same power to destroy you in front of your own people. If you do your research, you will notice how all these big corporations, these record labels, are basically feeding off each other, and they all have ties with these major media outlets. So when you see stories being reported, when you see things going viral, you have to remember who's controlling this technology we have. As I've also mentioned before, if you just go down the list of all these artists that you know of and just think about all the allegations you've heard about them, what if these allegations alone were enough to put all these artists in jail and they were not afforded their rights to be taken up in court instead of on social media? That is what we have going on with R. Kelly's case. And as we saw with Bill Cosby's case, that just leaves loopholes to reverse everything they've done. But does that make up for all the damage that is caused in between then? For some strange reason, in the past, it was normal to just drop your kids off and let them be famous with whoever. But was that right? So when you hear these people coming with all these stories from the past and trying to attach criminal actions to it, you have to also look at why are they attaching them to certain individuals and avoiding others when they all were in the same circles. Just like saying R. Kelly's sole purpose in touring and making music was to recruit girls as an enterprise, you could say that for any of these artists if that's the case. The major point is when we continue to see these versus battles, let's also keep this in mind. Who's really profiting from this music? Do you really think these artists performing all these classics from their catalog own their masters? And then every time you see them talking about their rights and what's owed to them, it's a problem. Every time. I'm just saying.
Enraged, trying to grab her phone, does grab her phone.
Actually, it looks like a key, Charles.
Is it a key?
Yeah,
okay.
She's holding her phone in the left hand, and it looks like they're arguing over the key because, remember, they both lived at the same apartment, and that is where they're going in this elevator. So it looks like he's trying to grab that, and eventually he does get it. But, of course, that is not the end of this. He actually gets up in her face, as you see right here. Unclear what he's saying, but he looks upset.
I can assure you this is not really about the key. This is way deeper than the key.
And just like that, a woman becomes famous off of being the girlfriend of a celebrity, and people take a story and run wild with it, never knowing what actually happened. You never know what happened or what was said right before that camera started rolling. Yet what if people decided that they hated Bow Wow so much that they were going to deliberately do whatever it took to get him incarcerated? And then when all is said and done, you see a girl like that appear on an episode of Love and Hip Hop and her true character emerges, and then it has you second guessing what you originally thought. But yet, you don't see people being held accountable for those type of activities, especially when you see that R. Kelly is being accused of the Mann Act, flying in girls for sexual activity. Yet celebrities across the board do this, and we see this in our face on reality shows such as Love and Hip Hop. That makes no sense to me. How many girls did you see sleeping with those producers in order to advance their career? How many women in the industry have did that same thing? Yet we're supposed to be moved by all this Me Too and Time's Up propaganda and just run with all these stories being brought up without asking basic questions. R. Kelly supporters have never been here to intimidate, bash, or harass anyone, but we have been here standing in the truth to make this shit make sense. Because it don't. With that being said, sometimes people miss the messages being put out on public display because I think all these artists have been giving little hints as to where they stand with all these rumors and allegations. Make sure you like this video, share, and comment below. Let's see what you think about everything that's going on, especially when it comes to these versus battles and how R. Kelly's name just keeps buzzing.
Verses without me. You definitely said. And it wasn't about no music shit. Right. It was about history. It was Lil Romeo or Lil Bow Wow, right? And I wanted to show people we stronger together. It shouldn't have took 20 years for us to be here, but I got to tell you, Soulja Boy, the first rapper and only rapper to get Bow Wow and Romeo on the same stage. So salute, man. 20 years later, that's what it's about. And look, you did that. I gotta tell you this, bro, for real. I've been wanting to tell you this shit for 20 years. Right on. My first song, My Baby, I put you on my song. The world put us against each other. But you the Michael Jordan, right? Every era have a Michael Jordan, a Kobe, and a LeBron. You the Michael Jordan. You inspired all of us niggas up here. You know, for real. You need your roses. You need your roses while you can fucking smell them. Me, I was Kobe, where I didn't have to be the most talented, but I'm gonna work my ass off. I know my purpose. And Soulja, you was a LeBron about everywhere you came, and you was just the innovator. You switched shit up. You had niggas writing your name on their glasses. You deserve your roses too, man. So this is what it's about. At the end of the day, we stronger together. Absolutely. And you know I'm here because I want to represent for your little daughter. She may be the next Lil Bow Wow. She got it. The Young Guns, YGK may be the next Lil Romeo and Soulja Boy. Absolutely. So we got to show them that we stronger together. You know?
If it don't sing, I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today.